Cloud was introduced as a DLC fighter for Smash Wii U and 3DS, and he was added because, well, duh, he's an obvious pick, and he had a lot of popular demand behind him, and also he was the flagship character for Final Fantasy VII. But the franchise itself, Cloud actually wasn't really a character that people believed could actually be in the game, even though people were asking for him for years. And I'm not gonna lie, even myself, I didn't think it was actually going to happen that Cloud would ever be a character in this game. If anything, it would make more sense to put Cloud in something like PlayStation All-Stars, but that didn't even happen? Okay. Final Fantasy VII's identity is known for being on the PlayStation, especially back then. There was a huge reason to buy the console for putting Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. It was actually the first game from the Final Fantasy franchise to not actually be on a Nintendo system, so that was a little bit of tension there. So this is why people never really thought Cloud would actually be at the game. He did not have a CG trailer like the other characters in Smash 4. They obviously had less of a marketing budget this time around, but he was one of the biggest character inclusions ever looking back. He just had a splash image and also some in-game footage spliced together. Yet here we are, Final Fantasies and Smash, we got two characters technically now. Now Cloud's character checks a lot of boxes. He's amazing at range. Seriously, he has some of the most range in the whole game. By far the longest disjointed hitboxes come from Cloud, and he's also incredibly mobile. He's fast on stage, and it also benefits his combo game and his ability to punish. Even his neutral B that covers a fair amount of distance. Like what, they gave a sword character projectile and it's actually kind of decent, like what? And of course, Limit Charge, which boosts his mobility when it's fully charged, but also improves his special moves, giving them a one-time use KO move that Cloud can use. He gets a down special variant that can kill opponents at low percents, and an Omni Slash variant, neutral B, side B variants as well. The up special is a clear negative though for the character, as up special doesn't provide him a lot of recovery utility unless he has this fully charged limit. But Cloud's best traits are his aerials, and many of them have lots of range. It lends to Cloud's ability to build damage in combo characters and wall them out. Up air, more specifically, is easily one of the most spammed moves in his entire kit in this game. It has a decent amount of knockback, and it lasts for a long period of time, and it even auto cancels. I mean, just look at the silliness here. His down air is a meteor smash, and it has a very active late hit, and the move also has strong utility for covering ledge. And forward air also can meteor. And back air has a crazy amount of range and has very little lag. And also Cloud can easily auto cancel many of his moves, and these tools are very safe at edge guarding. His grounded tools are decent, but nowhere near as busted as his aerials. His jab is a 3-hit move, and it actually is Cloud's fastest attack. Down tilt, Cloud goes low profile and you can cross up the opponents, and up tilt is a potential combo starting tool, while F tilt can be used for spacing. His smash attacks cover a fair amount of distance. Up smash more specifically doesn't have a lot of lag, which makes it a fast punishing tool. His dash attack can cover a decent amount of distance, and it can be sort of like a burst option. Forward smash is the most powerful non-limit breaking move that Cloud has in his kit, and down smash can cover rolls, and it's a decent semi-spiking tool. His throws are not the strongest parts of his moveset, but forward throw and back throw can actually set up potential stage punishes. His combo throws are up throw and down throw. Even these are good too. Other interesting quirks are his blade beam can actually be used as a subtle recovery tool because it stalls Cloud's momentum, and side special can do some slight momentum canceling too, so there is that. All of Cloud's finishing touch moves have a brief intangibility on startup, which is really cheesy, which again boosts his combo game and just the crazy amount of positives that are building up for Cloud here. His diagonal mobility is not that good, and we mentioned his recovery in general is definitely a weak point, as Cloud is going to have to hug the stage if he wants to use things like his wall jump, for example, and not every stage has that. So it is quite bad if he doesn't have limit charge, of course. Another problem that Cloud has, his moves have quite a bit of startup and end lag, making it problematic if you're trying to just, throw out certain moves. You have to worry about getting punished. Also, he has a short grab range. While it does have some possible combo utility out of it, it's one of the shortest grab ranges in the game, and they're not strong KO throws at all. Actually, these throws won't KO until 200% plus, so that should be noted. You could also say it's difficult for Cloud to escape out of pressure, as many of his tools are not that strong for doing that. But the positives just work against the negatives here. That is why Cloud is such a deadly character in this game. His frame data is insane. The limit mechanic is just why, and also his cheesy moves it makes Cloud a really easy pick for competitive play, as a lot of people like to call Cloud Super Ike. Actually, more likely that they used Ike as a base when it came to creating Cloud, because they share similar animations and their moves are very inspired from each other, especially their aerials. Just look at this. Which is why people say things like the limit were really pushing him off the edge for a lot of people, and his moves were extremely safe and really hard to contest, most notably his aerials. And also in doubles, Cloud was a menace. Especially if you use two Clouds on the same team, this would be a very well-known team for their range, their inherent ease for juggling into each other's moves, and obviously having double limit on the field, which is why Duo Cloud was banned as a team in doubles, which is actually pretty insane because that's never happened for a character. Cloud would receive nerfs, but he still had a strong meta presence despite getting nerfs, less safe rolls, and they tried to change some of the knockback scaling on his moves, like his forward smash and down smash, but these nerfs were like dust in the wind, okay? The Cloud was still good after these nerfs. They didn't really hit him that hard at all. And this is when Cloud really pushed his way further to the top of the meta, to being previously where everyone thought he was a high tier to being a top tier, as it was really hard to contest Cloud in this game, which quickly made Cloud as the second best character in the game, currently tied with Diddy Kong. Many people questioned this at the time because they thought Cloud was just the new thing on the block, but really over time people just began to see Cloud more and more and more. Cloud and Bayonetta were by far the most popular characters by the end of Smash 4's lifespan, which, yeah, I'm sure we all can remember that. And there was also tournaments that banned Cloud in doubles straight up. They would not allow Cloud at all in some doubles tournaments. That's how hated he was in that game mode, because his moves were so big and many characters just couldn't contest it. And also, this is the game where his up air was really cheesy and the blast zones were really small, so a lot of his up air cheesy moves could just kill characters really quickly because of rage. Yes, I'm not proud of it. I did main Cloud too in this game. He was that easy, even I made him. In Smash Ultimate, Cloud's back air is commonly called the best back air in the game. And it's really funny because this is the same Cloud that people initially wrote off as a character. But it's interesting to see how he changed throughout Smash Ultimate, because initially people just wrote off Cloud entirely in this game. They nerfed his KO power, his range, and also his recovery was made worse. Goodbye up air, no longer being Cloud's cheesiest move. It's definitely toned down this time around, and also blast zones are not really as low. The down special can no longer insta charge cancel, so that's a huge nerf there. There's 7 more frames of lag after a charge, and also the limit only lasts for 15 seconds, so Cloud can no longer camp by trying to hold on to limit as long as possible, which forces Cloud to be a bit more predictable. And they obviously toned down Cloud's massive disjointed aerials, and it was really silly how up air just had crazy amounts of KO power, and down air as well lost a lot of its combo potential because of its increased end lag. Cloud did enjoy the engine buffs, especially to aerials this time around, as this did benefit him a lot, but also at the same time, a lot of his aerials got nerfed too, so there are some pluses and negatives here. Cloud's grab game is also nerfed, and this is the engine doing this to a lot of characters in the game. Down throw has less combo potential, forward smash has more end lag and was given less range, down smash has similar nerfs to its KO power. There was just many aspects of him that were unnoticed right away because people just didn't think Cloud was actually that good at juggling anymore, and he wasn't really the same version that he was in Smash 4, so a lot of people just wrote him off. The melee style air dodge did buff his offstage game, as it meant characters could not spam air dodge anymore to try to get out of his juggles, and the ability to dash cancel into any grounded move was a very welcome change to Cloud when it comes to trying to use a smash attack. Blade Beam has less end lag, which means Cloud can camp with it more effectively in this game. And up special still sucks off stage, but it actually is a decent tool out of shield now this time around. Bigger change was to down special, where Cloud can actually air dodge out of this move, which was a major buff to his defensive play, as even the move charges faster now if he gets inflicted damage. So this means Cloud can get a fully charged limit more frequently than he could in Smash 4. That's quite a big buff if you actually think about it. It's actually a huge change to him. It's really an extra icing on the cake for Cloud here. Cloud's finishing touch is better at KOing, and while he still has a lot of the same negatives that he had before, like his poor recovery and also the mediocre grab game that I mentioned earlier, he's been hit with nerfs, but also plenty of the DNA of the character is still there. His back air is widely considered one of the best back airs in the whole game because of its high range and also the low amount of lag. Yeah, this aerial didn't really get touched. In competitive play, Cloud was initially written off as just being a huge step down from the Smash 4 version. He was rightfully nerfed. Many people focusing on other sword characters who had higher peaks. He was initially seen as a mid-tier character at the time, but thanks to players giving Cloud another chance, Cloud actually got some noteworthy results in tournaments. 7.0.0, he actually got some buffs. This update gave Cloud more KO power and also giving him a larger shield size, more knockback scaling on dash attack and making it a KO tool. Up special also snaps the ledge better. Up smash being a safer tool, and limit fills much faster. Cloud was ranking higher and higher, and then was ranked at 10th on the first ultimate tier list, and many people said he had room to grow, while some people questioned the longevity of the character due to just how competitive it is to be a top tier in this game. But he did hold his own in this meta for truly growing into more of a defensive character. So Cloud actually had a slight drop to 13th as the rise of characters like Snake and Game & Watch, but Cloud is widely considered one of the 4 horsemen of Ultimate's meta, basically stating that Cloud has a presence in the meta as being a more premier defensive character in Ultimate, as Cloud also serves as a character that is good at building advantage and holding it for as long as he possibly can because of his limit and also his buffed projectile game. While Ultimate isn't seen as broken as the Smash 4 iteration, Ultimate Cloud has really earned his keep as an excellent character at controlling space and anti-airing while having nerfed range and recovery, less cheesy moves, but it's still Cloud at the end of the day. He got improved quite a bit. The best iteration though is by far Smash 4, hands down. When Cloud dropped as a DLC fighter in this game, he quickly became really good over time, and he became the second best character in the game, and even became so good that he was banned in teams and doubles in some tournaments, or obviously the duo team being banned as well. He has some of the best range in the game, a projectile, a sword, and a busted limit mechanic. Some people say that Cloud would actually be probably one of the best characters in Smash, period, if we're talking about the Smash 4 iteration. You definitely gotta step down for Bayonetta because she was really broken too. There might actually be some evidence there though. Cloud is really cheesy in this game. Alright guys, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. There's a Patreon down below if you guys want to support the channel and get videos early. There's a Discord and an Instagram if you guys want to check those out. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Peace.